You cannot leave Nigeria without having anything to travel back to the US. You don't have no visa, no visa to take you back. And I told the guy, what visa? It really happened. So today, I'm going to be sharing the story of what I faced with the immigration. But before I go into the story, let me please encourage you to like this video. Give it a like if you so like it, and leave a comment for me, and please do share it, as it's going to be informative for other people as well, you know, to be aware of what their choices are if they want to go to Nigeria. So today, like I promised earlier on in my previous video, that I'm going to be sharing what I faced with the immigration when I got to Nigeria. So a little background. When I was leaving the United States for Nigeria, I only had like a little window of time. Like it was a quick decision that I was going to go to Nigeria. So I didn't have the patience to go get a visa on my US passport. This is my US passport. So this is my Nigerian passport. My Nigerian passport is already expired. It's been expired a long time ago. And this is my United States passport. So I didn't have the luxury of time to get a visa. So I asked around, what are my options of traveling to Nigeria? People that have traveled to Nigeria told me to get a travel certificate. And I went to Washington, D.C., where the Nigerian embassy is. I got information needed. They told me it's going to be fine. A travel certificate is necessary. So guys, what is a travel certificate? A travel certificate is something saying you are a Nigerian and you qualify to enter Nigeria, even though your Nigerian passport is expired. You present some documents, letter and stuff like that, and they will issue you that travel certificate. But hey, that travel certificate is only one way. It only guarantees one entry. So when you enter Nigeria, you cannot come out of Nigeria except you have a US passport. So, you know, I weighed my option and I decided I was going to go with the travel certificate. As a matter of fact, I met somebody right in that embassy that day saying she has put in for a visa for 7 weeks and she hasn't gotten the visa yet, even after 7 weeks. So I look at the time frame I wanted to travel. I don't have no 7 weeks. So my only option was to get a travel certificate, which I did, not knowing that I'm gonna go through some stuff. So when I got to Nigeria, they asked me what did I travel with, and I brought out my travel certificate. They told me to be on a particular line. You know, there's gonna be a line for people with foreign passport, and there is a line for Nigerians. Even though I have a foreign passport, but because of a travel certificate, it qualifies me to be a Nigerian, so I cannot claim American citizen at that time. So I was on this longer line. When it got to my turn, I gave them the travel certificate, and the guy asked me, where is my Nigerian passport? And I told the guy that I didn't come with my Nigerian passport because it's already expired. The guy said, now we have a situation. Because you have a travel certificate, you are meant to travel with your Nigerian passport, either expired or not. Or you travel with a proof that says you are already in the process to renew it. I couldn't argue with him because honestly, I was not sure what the law was. But what they told me in DC was, enter with your travel certificate and come out with your American passport. And that was what I held on to. So that's why I didn't travel with it. And the guy said, there is a situation. I cannot go into Nigeria. So I kept asking him, what are my options? The guy said my only option is for me to produce my Nigerian passport, which obviously I'm already in Nigeria. There's nothing I can do. So it occurred to me that I should call my husband. So I called my husband and told him to please send me a picture page of the Nigerian passport, the expired one, which he did. So I showed it to the officer, and the guy was like, even what you are showing me is an expired passport. I said, yes, I already told you it's expired. You know, we kept going forth and back. And the guy said, eventually, the guy said, madam, what do you have to bail yourself out of this situation? Because if I should call my boss, it's going to escalate and it's going to become something, you know. And the guy said, what do I have? I said, I don't have anything. I'm just coming straight from America. I don't have no Naira. The guy said, who's talking about Naira? What dollars? What do you have? I said, well, I don't have dollars on me either. I did not travel with money. The guy told me to sit down. They offered me a seat. I sat down there. I was the last person. At that point, my sister was already calling me, like, what's going on? Everybody's already out, you know, this and that. And the guy just kept me sitting down there. And I sat down there patiently. So eventually, after a while, another man came out, and the man said, well, madam would let you go. But that was after the long delay. Like, I was literally the last person. Like, after the long delay, the guy said, okay, you know what, we will let you go, but make sure next time you're coming, come with your Nigerian passport, or better still, go renew your passport, you know, blah blah blah. And earlier, prior to that, you know, the guy kept asking me, so why do you choose not to renew your passport? You think Nigeria is this? I mean, I was like, oh my god, guy, just do your worst and just let me go. Eventually, I left, but not knowing that the bigger one was still coming, you know, for me. And that was the day I was leaving Nigeria for the US. After my family member bade me goodbye, I moved forward and I went to the immigration officer. So this particular officer asked me, what did I travel with? Then I gave him my US passport. And the guy flipped through the pages. He looked at it and said, but you don't have no visa on this passport. I said, yes, I don't have no visa. I came with a travel certificate. The guy said, we have a situation. You cannot leave Nigeria without having anything to travel back to the US. You don't have no visa to take you back. And I told the guy, what visa? I mean, I'm going back to the US. I have a US passport. What visa do you require of me? The guy said the visa is $200 and something, $220, $270, $200 and something, whatever. He said, well, I quickly make an arrangement to pay so that I can go, you know, I wouldn't miss my flight. And I told the guy, I don't have nothing on me. I told him the last money I have on me, the last dollar was what I used in paying for my extra luggage. So I brought a receipt of $200 that I paid for the extra one luggage that I had. And the guy said, well, you would have to do something because there is no way you can go back to America without having anything. But within me, I was confident that my US passport is enough to take me back to the US. I mean, like, when I was coming to Nigeria and we were talking about the Nigerian passport saga and travel certificate, I wasn't sure what the option was for me. Like, I wasn't sure if I was supposed to do that. But this one, I know that I can go back. But the guy told me no. So, you know, and the time was already running. At that time, it was already like about 9:40 or 9 whatever thing. We were still dragging it forth and back. The guy went inside and called his two other officers. One was even eating like spaghetti or noodles or something, was just eating in my face and saying, madam, you're not ready. When you're ready, you do something. I said, but I don't have any money on me. The guy said, okay, do a transfer, do a Nigerian transfer. I said, I don't have no Nigerian bank account. I can't do a transfer. The guy said, call your family members. I said they left. And he told me, call them back. So I took the phone. I called my family members who had already left the airport. And I told them that I'm not able to leave the airport because of this reason and that reason. They were also worried. And they said they were going to turn back and meet me at the airport. But as I was talking to them, I was texting them. I told them, do not worry, just keep going. They were trying to exploit me. Just keep going, do not worry. But they still turned back anyways. They were not comfortable to keep going. They turned back and came to the airport. You know, I didn't see them though. So this guy kept on and said, okay, if you don't have no dollars on you, now we can take Naira. I argued that I don't have no Naira on me either. And the guy said, you're not ready to leave. Your flight is going to leave you behind because you're trying to prove stubborn. Eventually, the guy said, even if it is 30,000 Naira. I told him I don't have anything. At this time, it was about 9:55. And my flight was supposed to be 10:20. We were supposed to leave 10:20. And they kept dragging and dragging. My family members were calling me on the phone, trying to know the situation. I wasn't picking their calls. And I was trying to argue my way out with these people that, you know, I can go back to America with my American passport. So eventually, one of the guys looked at the time and said, he spoke in pidgin. He said, Oga, this madam, this one no bend though. I bet make sure they go because she go soon miss her flight. Make sure they go. She go soon miss her flight. And within me, I was really thinking that if it happened that I missed my flight, I was gonna just like do a video. I was just thinking of what can I do a video to make people see these are the men that are, you know, going against the law of the country. I was just thinking of what am I gonna do, because I was looking at the time and I was trying to not give them anything, because I know that it was sheer exploitation. So eventually the boss or whoever, the one that was eating, he came to me and said, "Madam, next time you're coming, you better come with your Nigerian passport or come with a visa. Now you can start going because you're about to miss your flight and you have to run." So I was dragging all my stuff and I was trying to run. You know, I had like my hand luggage and the backpack, and I was trying to run. And so this guy, you know, this shuttle cast inside the airport, the guy saw me and the guy was like, "Madam, you're about to miss your flight. The gate is about to close. Hop into this shuttle. Let me take you over there." So the guy took me over there and I really appreciated him. And, you know, that was how I was not, you know, that was how I did not miss my flight, because I was the last person to board. I was the last person, just because they wanted money from me, which I was not ready to give to them. So eventually, I thank God, that was the last place I had any issue. All through the time that I was, you know, from one place to the other till I entered my house in the US, I had zero, absolutely no issue with no one. So what do I want to say? Guys, if you're going to go to Nigeria, let me give you a very good advice. If your Nigerian passport is expired, I would rather prefer you get a visa on your American passport, not a travel certificate. I know people use it a lot, but let me tell you, it might be a cheap reason, but let me tell you, when I got to Nigeria, the line for foreigners, if you have a foreign passport, a foreign visa, the line was so short. You can literally be done in 10 minutes. Like, the line was so short. But the line for we Nigerians, for Nigeria, living in Nigeria, everything Nigerian, the line was ridiculously long. It was a very long line. So if you have a visa on your passport, you're going to be on a short line. That's one advantage. Even though I have an international passport, I couldn't be on the short line because my travel certificate qualifies me to be a Nigerian, because you cannot have a travel certificate if you're not a Nigerian. So that qualified me to be on the long line. As a matter of fact, one of the guys told me, yeah, this is just like a fun thing, you know. One of the guys told me, like, let me favor you. You have an American passport. You go on the short line. So I left my long line, walking to the short line. Another officer saw me and said, "Okay, no, you have a travel certificate with you. Go join Nigerians." Now I had to go back again and start my line, you know, all the way back again, just because they confused me. But I didn't want to make no issue, because where I come from here, if you have to be on the line, you have to be in line. Like, nobody's trying to jump line or do anything ridiculous. So I was like, okay, you know, let me just suck that in. But that really kind of annoys me, because I was already in line for Nigerians and the guy told me, "Oh, you have a US passport, to go to this short line," you know, stuff like that. So one of the advantages for you to get a visa is that, number one, you're going to be having like a fast, quicker clearance in Nigeria. And then no one is going to try to exploit you. There's no, "Oh, you have a TC, you have to come with this, you need to have that." No one is going to try to exploit you. So if you can try your best, if you can try to get a visa, please go ahead and do get a visa. So guys, here is my story. And before I forget, on the contrary, when I got back to the US, you know what the longer line was? The longer line was the foreigners. People that came on visit, people that came to do one thing or the other. That was a very long line. And people with US passport or green card, that was the shorter line. But in Nigeria, foreigners were the short line. And then if you have your Nigerian passport, that was the longer line. Did you get the contracts? If you didn't get it, play it back again and listen to it over again. Anyway, guys, thank you very much for listening, and thank you very much. I hope it was informative. Please go ahead and share this video. You know, share the information for some other people to know what's going on. Not everyone could be as hard-hearted as I was. Not everyone is gonna be like, "No, I'm not giving money." Some people would have chickened out and start, you know, giving out unnecessary money. So not everybody could know what they're supposed to do. So go ahead and share this video. Let people know what's going on. Let them know the choices, you know, for them to make. Like, if you make this choice, you can face this and you can face that. And even if they make that choice, let them know that yes, they can still skate through without having to part with dollars and nairas and, you know, whatever thing they have on them. So guys, thank you very much. I really celebrate you. Thank you for listening. Thank you for paying attention, and thank you for subscribing on this channel, because I know that yes, you watching, you're gonna subscribe after today, right?